Hi everyone, welcome or welcome back if this isn't your first time here. My name is April, this is the Frugal Planner channel, and I am doing the pen tests in the Kinbor. It's the weekly size, but it's not the actual weekly planner. It is just a notebook. Just a notebook. We all know how that goes. Just a notebook. Anyway, I wanted to do a pen test because I've never used this paper before, and I know a lot of you have been asking for the pen test in this one. It is a bright white paper compared to the Hobonichi Weeks paper. See how yellow it is? So this is really a bright color. And I'm gonna go through as many pens as I have on hand to show you how they're gonna look and what our bleed through or ghosting is. The first one I've got is the Pilot G2 and it's a 05. So all I'm gonna do is I'm going to color in 2 of the squares. And then write what the pen is. As far as a smudge test, I think I will do that at a later date on a different piece of paper. This one really, I just want it to serve as a pen test. I am going to skip a line and I'm going to do the same thing. This is going to be the Pilot G207, a little bit juicier. You can see how thick that looks on the paper. To give you an idea of what this paper feels like, it is pretty toothy, but it still has a slick coating on it. It's actually not as thick of a slick coating as the Hobonichi, but it does have what feels like a coating on top of the paper. So this one is going to be our Pilot G2 10, and I get a lot of questions when I use the 10. It is a 1.0. So we've got the 5, the 7, and the 1.0, but on the pen itself, it does say 10. So when I call it a G210, I'm just referring to what is on the pen itself. It is a 1 point. So I hope that helps clarify a little bit. The next one I'm going to pop in here is a Papermate Inkjoy, and it's a gel, and it's a 0.7. That almost looks like the 10. It's really, really dark. And I'm just going to go through these, and then at the very, very end, we'll flip this over and see if there's any bleed through from any of these pens. Next one is the Pen & Gear. This is a 0.7. It's a gel pen. You guys all know how I feel about this 44-cent pen. It is amazing. If you can hear in the background, Wes is in the kitchen cleaning up. So that is what you can hear. I had the morning off today, so I was trying to get as much filming done as I could. This one is the Pentel, yeah, Rolling Writer. And I'm imagining this is definitely a 1 point. It might even be like a 1.5. It is pretty thick. It is also one of my favorite pens to write with. If you write with it flat or straight up and down, you get a thinner line. If you write with it more on its side, you get a broad line. I like that you have those 2 options on it. All right, next I am going to pop into the Pen & Gear Ultra Fine. This is a felt tip. Very smooth. And I said it was the ultra fine? Yeah. Hi, Pepperoni. All right, and then let's next go to the Signa. Is it the Signo? Signo. This is definitely a 1 point. Is it Uniball? Yeah. What you got? The birds are out on the trees right now because the apples are ready to fall. So she's seeing those. This is a Muji, and it is a 0.5. So far, all of these have written super, super smooth, and I'm really, really liking them. This is the Kalena 0.5. I want to say this is an Energel. It is. So Energel Kalena 0.5. Now, I do have Kalenas in a whole bunch of different colors. So I'm going to put those down because I want to see if they are going to ghost or bleed. So this is the Energel Kalena. Same thing. It is going to be a 0.5, but it is in a brown. And then I have an Energel Kalena. Sorry, I lost my boxes there with the light. In the red. And then I believe this one is going to be like a navy blue, I think. Yes. Perfect. And then, what do I want to move on to? Why don't we move on to, since we're on blue, let's do the Tulle, and this is a 0.5, I believe. Yes. Very juicy, very smooth. Actually, really, really smooth. And then let's go in with my current obsession, which is the Uniball 1, and it's a 0.5. This comes in 2 point sizes, a 0.5 and a 0.38. I do have the 0.38 on order, so I will definitely, you know, come in here, do some more testing to see what that one looks like. This one though, hand feel, really nice. I wrote probably 18 pages of notes the other day, no hand cramps whatsoever, which says a lot because I am a very hard writer, meaning I put a lot of pressure on my fingers and the pen and the paper. I'm a ridge writer for sure. And to have absolutely no muscle cramping after writing that many pages with this pen, yeah, awesome. Awesome sauce. I then have 3 different Pigma Microns. This is the 01. So this is going to be the most fine that I'm going to write, that I'm going to do a pen test with. That is super fine. I usually don't write with this fine of a pen, especially if it's a flexible tip. Again, because I am such a hard, I press down so much. I put so much pressure on the pen and paper. This is another Sigma, but this is a 05. Did I say Sigma? It's Pigma. You can definitely tell that one is, you know, a bigger, more broad. Now this one is the Pigma Micron 08. So this will be probably one of the darkest, broadest that I use in this pen test this time. Go Pigma Micron 08. Yeah, that's definitely, but I would compare the juiciness to this one and the boldness to the Uniball. I'm interested to see how well these do on the flip side. All right, and then I have a ballpoint pen. This came from PenGems. I got this, gosh, 3-4 years ago. I think it's been a while. And I am not a big ballpoint pen fan unless the paper is super juicy. The paper has to be like super, super, super perfect. And this paper is not. And it's just the pen. I don't like how they skip. Yeah. Anyway, so this is the PenGems, and it is a 07. Yeah, it's just not me. It's just not for me. The next one is going to be my Lamy, and I think this is a brown. I'm not 100% sure. I haven't popped my Lamy out for a while. Yep, that is brown. And this is going to be a fine tip. There is definitely some bleeding in that. And then my new obsession, which I got this fountain pen years and years and years ago when it was Birmingham Ink Company, and I think it was under $10. I love this clear barrel. It is a broad calligraphy. No, it's a 1.0. I had to think about it because I have some that are the calligraphy tip. This one's a 1.0. It does not have a name. No name. Okay, so that takes care of the pens that I have that I wanted to try in this. Now, I'll be really honest with you. There's a few more that I have that I do want to throw in here. Of course, who doesn't, hold on, make a tiny ruckus. Who doesn't want to see the Pentel sign pen? I mean, this thing, I've written with this a lot, so the tip is definitely not as clean as it could be. I've worn it down quite a bit. So Pentel sign pen. I use this one a lot in my Hobonichi Cousin on the dailies when I'm writing in like a header or something that I need it to be really bold. And then the next one I want to try, of course, I know it's going to bleed through. It bleeds through everything, but this is going to be the Sharpie Ultra Fine Point. All right. Those are the ones that I am going to test. Oh, you know what? I do have, hold on. I have this fountain pen that I got not that long ago from Jet Pens. I don't remember the manufacturer's name, but this is an extra fine. So we'll see what this one looks like too. I do like how this one is so portable. It folds down into almost nothing. Folds down, not folds. Screws down into almost nothing. What does that say? I can't read that. Koi spone? I don't know. I'll look it up. But then you take it apart and make it into like a full-size pen. So I do like that. All right, let's get down to business. Let's get down to business. Okay, so any guesses before I flip the page? I'm thinking we're gonna see definitely the Sharpie bleed through, maybe even the clear fountain pen, possibly the Signo. I'm thinking maybe the G210. Maybe the Sharpie or the Pentel, and maybe the clear. All right, ready? All right. Drum roll. Da 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 da. Okay. So really, we do have some ghosting. I can see the red from the Clenna, but nothing that I couldn't live with. Like, this is not glue the pages together ghosting at all. Down here, we've got this one, which was, is that the Lamy? Okay, so the Lamy bled through, which doesn't surprise me because it feathered. And then, what is this one? The Sharpie Ultra Fine. The clear also did too. So this one also did, but that's a really broad nib. So that doesn't surprise me either. I'm pleasantly surprised that I can use almost all but 2, maybe 3. What was the last one we did? The Fountain Ultra Fine, this one. So maybe this is not paper for fountain pens, which is fine, but it looks like Most of the pens that I write with every single day, including the roller writer, which surprises, or the rolling writer, which surprises me. Yeah, that's a good deal. I hope this has been helpful, especially if you've been thinking about purchasing one of these notebooks. They are definitely a frugal option compared to the Hobonichi Weeks or the Hobonichi notebooks. The cost is about a third. It may be less, because I think I got this for under $3, and the Hobonichi Weeks is definitely much, much more than that. So again, if you're new to planning and you're looking at, trying out a size of a planner before you commit to the price tag, this is a really great option. The only thing I would advise is you may have to change pens if you move into the Hobonichi Weeks, but if you're looking at an affordable, frugal way to try out paper for the Kinbor line, this is a great way to do it. I cannot wait this is actually going to be my reading journal. So once I get all the pen testing done in it and, see what I want to use and how I want to use it, then I will definitely film that. I hope you have an amazing day. Hit the bell to be notified. Hit the like if you liked this video, and definitely subscribe. Check out the 99-cent membership to join if you're interested in that as well. And I will see you down in the comments. I love you. Bye.